to get my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
Imagine sitting across from a child, their little eyes filled with innocence, their voice trembling with a question so deep it could shake the ground beneath your feet. Who's my real dad? Now imagine that child being Teyana Taylor's daughter, caught in the middle of one of the messiest love triangles the internet has ever seen. And when those words left her lips, all eyes didn't go to Teyana. They went to Aaron Pierre, because his face at that exact moment said more than 1,000 words ever could. It wasn't just surprise, it was shock, fear, maybe even guilt. And the entire world saw it happen. To truly understand the weight of that little girl's question, we need to rewind. Teyana and Iman Shumpert were once considered one of the hottest couples in the game. They weren't just partners. They were a brand, a stylish, powerful duo that fans swore would never break. But behind the photo shoots and red carpet smiles, cracks were forming. Rumors of cheating started creeping in, whispers of Iman's late-night escapades while Teyana tried to hold the family together. For a while, she played the role of the strong wife, making it look like everything was fine. But inside, she was breaking. When the news finally broke that their marriage had collapsed, the internet wasn't shocked. It almost felt like everyone had been waiting for it. But while fans could move on, the children could not. For Teyana's daughter, her family was not a series of headlines, it was her life unraveling in real time. Then Aaron Pierre entered the picture. At first, people assumed he was just a rebound, an actor, quiet and mysterious, stepping into the spotlight due to his connection to Teyana. But slowly, perceptions shifted. He wasn't loud. He wasn't scandalous. He seemed like the opposite of Iman, a safe space, a protector, someone who could bring stability to Teyana's chaotic world. Yet no matter how much Aaron tried, no matter how much he smiled or held Teyana's hand in public, one fact remained: he was not the father of her children. And whether or not he wanted to admit it, that fact would always hang over him. Which brings us back to that chilling moment. Teyana's daughter, looking straight at Aaron, blurting out the question no one expected: who's my real dad? The silence that followed was deafening. You could almost hear Aaron's heart stop. Cameras captured, his face freezing, his eyes darting, his jaw tightening. Some said it was the look of a man realizing he could never escape Iman's shadow. Others believed it was pure guilt, as if he knew something the rest of us didn't. The internet wasted no time turning that single moment into a storm. Clips went viral overnight. Fans slowed them down, zoomed in, dissected every tiny twitch of Aaron's face. They called it the look of a man exposed. But exposed for what? Was it because deep down he knew he wasn't ready to take on the weight of being a father figure? Or was it because the child's words struck a truth he'd been avoiding, that no matter how much he loved Teyana, he would always feel like an outsider when it came to her kids? Speculation exploded. Some claimed he laughed it off, saying, "Kids get confused all the time." Others whispered he was furious, interpreting the question as proof of just how messy Teyana's household had become. Imagine being that child, hearing arguments, seeing social media debates, and perhaps even overhearing adult conversations at school. For her, this wasn't just about a name. It was about identity, about wanting clarity in a world where adults treated her life like entertainment. Teyana herself tried to hold it together. Reports indicate she quickly shifted the conversation, brushing it off before her daughter could repeat the question. But the damage was already done. The words were out, and Aaron's reaction had been immortalized on camera. Observers noted how Teyana's hand brushed Aaron's knee in an attempt to ground him, but his body language remained stiff and unreadable. Was it discomfort, fear, or the dawning realization of the reality he had signed up for? From there, the story spiraled online. Twitter exploded with debates. Some fans insisted Aaron should step up, embracing the role of father regardless of blood to prove his love for Teyana and her children. Others argued it wasn't fair to expect him to carry that weight, especially with Iman still very much a part of the picture. Then came the conspiracy theorists, pushing darker narratives. Had Iman planted seeds of doubt, using his own daughter to destabilize Teyana's new relationship? While extreme, nothing seemed too far-fetched in this ongoing saga. The twist that shook people most was the idea that Aaron's reaction might not have been pure surprise. Perhaps he had anticipated this question at some point, but never in front of cameras. His face didn't just show shock, it revealed fear. Fear of inadequacy, of being pushed out, or maybe of a truth bigger than anyone realized. And here's the heart of it. this isn't just celebrity drama. This is a child innocent and vulnerable trying to understand her place in a world where love, loyalty, and betrayal constantly collide. She didn't ask the question to stir controversy. She asked because she wanted to know where she belonged. In that moment, Aaron Pierre, the man seen as Teyana's rock, had no answer. His silence spoke volumes. His face betrayed him. And the world is still decoding what it all means. Some fans speculate this could be the breaking point for Aaron and Teyana. If a child is questioning her father, what does that say about trust and communication at home? Others believe it might push Aaron to prove himself, stepping fully into the father role despite the emotional weight. A darker possibility exists too. The pressure might overwhelm him, leading him to step away quietly, leaving Teyana once again to pick up the pieces. Meanwhile, Iman watches from the sidelines. Some claim he does so with a smirk, others with regret. He may no longer be Teyana's partner, but through their children, he remains forever connected. Moments like this reinforce that his presence, past and residual, will never fully fade. To some, it might even feel like a small victory, a reminder he cannot be replaced. The question now is, what comes next? Will this moment fade into the endless scroll of social media drama, or will it become the turning point in Teyana's love story? The moment forces Aaron to either rise to the occasion or crumble under the weight of expectations. Because one truth remains, when a child asks who her real dad is, the question cannot be ignored. The truth demands to be faced, ready or not. This story is messy, heartbreaking, and raw. It isn't a perfectly written romance or a feel-good family drama. This is real life, or at least as close as the public gets to it. At the center is Teyana, a woman striving to hold everything together, caught between a past she cannot fully let go of and a present she is learning to trust. Her history with Amin is complex, filled with love, betrayal, and memories that refuse to fade. He gave her the gift of motherhood, but also the pain of navigating life alone afterward. Then comes Aaron, the man who entered when Teyana had stopped believing in new beginnings. He didn't come to rescue her, but somehow, he became her calm amidst chaos. Yet love is never simple, especially when accompanied by baggage. Baggage that includes a child with wide eyes, immense emotions, and a heart that cannot yet comprehend the intricacies of adult relationships. That little girl's innocent question, "Who's my real dad?" shatters the illusion of control. That question now resides not only with the child but with Aaron as well. What does it mean to love a child you didn't help bring into the world? What does it mean to be a man in a story you never intended to be part of? Aaron faces choices with no clear instructions, no guarantees of appreciation. Only the raw responsibility of stepping into a role without a guidebook or stepping back before the weight crushes him. There are no perfect choices here. Only people trying to rebuild wholeness from fragments. Perhaps that is why audiences remain captivated. We see ourselves in this story, recognizing the confusion, hope, and fear of choosing wrong. We wonder, deep down, what would I do if it were me? And so the story continues, messy and unresolved. Teyana's daughter has asked the question, Aaron has been confronted with reality, and the world continues to watch, dissect, and speculate. Every glance, every word, every pause adds layers to a narrative that is far from simple. Hey, music, hey, music, baby.